So during a programming sequence, the internet went off, which was on the vehicle, which is the GPEC2A. So the board is off now. You can't communicate with it because the internet went off and I lost communication with the server. So that means you can't do that. But I have a file, a similar file. So what I'm going to do is I'll write it on it and do that. So now I have a Virgin file. I called my mentor and he's told me he has a Virgin file. So what I'm coming to do is I'm coming to write the Virgin file onto the control unit so that it could be able to communicate. So any Virgin file you write to it, it will just tell you the system is not programmed. So I'll check the pin out first so that I'll be able to do the pin out, and I'll be doing it by boot. So with this one it is by boot and I'll select my P004. So I'll do it by boot, do the connection, connect it to the server. Then if you try reading out the ECU information, it's not going to get you anything, and ECU is not going to respond moreover also. So with this one, when you are doing the GPEC2, they have a trick to it to allow you to read. You don't just press connect for it to read. I don't know, I'm on the latest version, but still that problem has not been fixed. So you just have to wait for the first light to flash, then the second flashing light you just click in. So I'm reading the data on it. Although the flash is corrupted, the EEPROM should be okay. So I'll save the EEPROM and save the flash also for future use. For future use, so I have to read the flash also, and the flash was corrupted. That's why the vehicle could not communicate with it, and it gave me a big headache because the distance I drove to the place was too much, and also it's not a remote area, but the internet there was not stable. So the internet went off and the system just reported you've lost communication with YTech2 server. Then that was it. When it came back, it was like, oh, 10 ignition on, 10 ignition off. I followed the procedure, and the vehicle couldn't communicate again with the PCM, because after programming the hybrid control unit, you have to make sure the PCM is at the newest calibration. So what I'm doing now is I'm reading the data down so that in case of anything, I can rewrite it when I flash it with the original one. So it's a corrupted data, that's why I'm not getting the vehicle to communicate with it. So after saving the data or the flash on it, I'm not going to get any haze. So I'm not getting any haze. So I'll disconnect it and connect it again so that I can connect and try and see if I can get any ECU information. If I'm not able to get any ECU information, what I'm going to do is now I have to write the flash for the Virgin. So I have the Virgin one, so I have to copy it onto it. So now that I'm done copying, I have to do the connection. So at that point, if you don't press the power button off and on at the second flash, it will not connect. And it has connected, and I'm just writing only the flash. So now I've connected and I'm writing only the flash. And if the flash on it was to be the same, it would have skipped all those sectors, but because they are not the same, so I'll write the flash onto it so that machine can communicate with it, so that I can program it on the bench. Then from programming it on the bench, I just go and fix it on the car, and it should start because of the EEPROM. So now that I have the flash, I'll write it and make sure everything is okay. So write it again to verify that everything is okay. That's what normally we do to verify that everything is okay. You can see the way it is skipping the sectors to write, because it compares them and it sees that all the files are the same, so it doesn't need to write it, it will just skip it. So at this point, this control board flash is virgin. That means it doesn't have any programming data in it. So I'll just go and write the programming data made for that particular car. So at this point, if you don't turn the power on and off, from off to on, the bootloader will not communicate. So I'll just wait for it to finish there now so I can read it, but I'm not reading it again. I'll just disconnect it and go and fix it on the vehicle. So and do it on bench and write the data onto it. So now after flashing it with the OBD star, we had a virgin file for this GPEC2. So I flashed it. So what I'll do is, let me go to auto scan and let me check the fault code reports, and it's giving me not program. So that means the virgin file is working. So what I have to do is I have to check the part number, then try and flash it, then fix it on the car. So the most important thing. So this is the exact part number I'm searching for. So now that it is not programmed, I'll program it in. The moment you see not programmed, when you try live data, I don't think you get anything. So I've already downloaded the file. So what I'm going to do is, so you can't get anything. So I've already downloaded the file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the data because it doesn't have VIN number. Then I'll write the VIN number and everything in here before I take it to the car tomorrow. So now that it's stating vehicle not flash, you use the YTech2 J25 device and you select the classic Chrysler J25 flash. So with this one, when the part number on the control board is the same, it will work easily. So I'll select the new part number. It works with the part number, so it will just go into the system and search for the part number. If it matches with the ECU, then it will straight ahead flash it for you, so you don't need to do anything apart from maybe when it gets in. So it's telling me the part number are the same and there is no update. Do you still want to update it? Yes, I have to update it because it's requiring programming. So yes, I have to do the update. So I'll do another video on the same software whereby the part number are not the same, but I have to flash that vehicle with the correct part number for the vehicle. They bought a different control board and they just changed the EEPROM. That one I'll do a video on it so that I'll explain the main problem to you. So now there is what I'll do so that the system will be able to flash correct data. And you have to be very careful with the part number, because when you are downloading it from their legacy website, you have to know the kind of part number on the ECU and the part number or the latest update calibration that you want to update it to, because you have to know their latest calibration and the part number. So what they do is they put all the part number in a particular text edit form, so that whenever you select that part number, the ECU will go and check so that it doesn't mix firmware or anything, so that every vehicle will have its firmware correctly. So you have to edit it if you know maybe your part number is different from the part number you want to. So this is a GPEC system. They have a GPEC system like this, which you can have V6. Do you get it? You can use V6 engine for it. So at this point, what I'm doing is I'm writing the data back to it. This is 5.7 liter engine. So I'm writing, and I did a research on it, got the part number right. So I downloaded the exact part number for the vehicle. So I'm writing the data onto the ECU, and you can see the progress bar. So at this point, all I need to do is to wait for it to finish flashing the control unit. And this is 2019 vehicle, so you don't, when you are using the Chrysler J25 flash application, you don't need to do secure gateway. You don't need any secure gateway because it's by bench. And this is where the issue was. Part people were saying flashing. I was telling the customer we need to program the thing, and it's like they are telling him we need to flash it. I'm like, they are the same thing. They don't have some file on it for it to work. So I just have to. It's like doing operating system, and your Windows machine doesn't have operating system on it. So you just have to boot it and put operating system on it. That's what I told the customer, for him to understand that flashing is the same as programming, but maybe FCA cars are using flashing because you have to clear all the data in the system and reprogram it with the new ones. That's why they erase the sectors. So when they erase the sectors and you are not lucky and it couldn't write it back or download the physical sectors back, then your flash becomes corrupted. So at that point, if you have the flash down, you can just write it. And I couldn't use this flash application to do that because I need to do it by boot, and doing it by boot will help me to communicate with the MCU direct, and it will work. So that's what I did. And do not be scared anytime you break an ECU, because nowadays some of the ECU, when you check and you can read the MCUs, you can reflash them when you have the flash data. Because with this one I had the flash data. If not, it would have been a headache and I have to get a new control board. So if you can see, it is done and it's asking me to turn off like it is on the vehicle. So I just have to turn off my breakout box, then turn it back on, and it is done successfully. So the moment you see the start populating, that means it is done successfully. So with this one, although it is headache, it's not, it took me much research to go into this, but thanks to L1 training, I learned it. That was 2020 during the COVID time, so I had some background. So now that I am done with the programming, so I've not turned it on, so let me turn it on and go back into it. Now I should have a bit information apart from the VIN number. Okay, even this one, the VIN number, because the VIN number is on the EEPROM and I only flash with the flash. So now I've put in the correct calibration number. You can see 559NE. So everything is back, and I think maybe I'll change the mileage maybe tomorrow when I get to the car. So now everything is done successfully. So I should get other fault code rather than not programmed. So let me see the kind of fault code that I'll get. You can see now I'm having all this fault code. So that means the car should run when I fix it in, and there is lost communication, so it is back now. So I don't need to do any special function because I didn't touch the EEPROM. It was the flash file that was corrupted during the programming process on the vehicle due to bad internet. So now what I'm going to do is, when I get to the car, I don't need to change the VIN. I just do ECU reset on the car. Then it should start. So I think now everything is done. So maybe I'll check the odometer and do the right odometer on the vehicle. Yeah, it's in miles. So I don't know, I don't have it off head. So when I get to the car, I will check it and do it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So now the ECU is back alive and it is not dead again. 56 fourth code. So I'll fix it and read it again. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So now when I go back and I do auto VIN, I should get the VIN number. And so now after getting the flash, yes, so it's a Dodge. So now I have the VIN number. That means everything. Yes, this is the right VIN number for the vehicle. And it's 2019 Dodge Ram. Yeah, this is the specification. So now that means everything is okay. So now I'm able to communicate with the ECU. So when I go to OBD, I should be able to auto scan and get the yes, so that means I have everything working now. Vehicle status to get the VIN and the calibration number. Okay. Sorry, vehicle information rather. So now the flashing is successful. So I'll just take it back. So if you can see, I came to open it because I breaked it during the programming process, and so lucky I had a file, a virgin file down for it, so I used the virgin file. So now everything is working perfectly. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So now and the immobilizer light is off, so that tells me that the security side is okay. So you can see I have only 3 fourth code, so I'll compare them and erase everything and see if they are stored fourth code. So lost communication, that's a stored fourth code. Active suspension, so I think most of them are stored fourth code, apart from the accelerator paddle position, which has to be learned. After this, I have to start the vehicle, then learn it, do the learning process for it. Is disabled, so I'll check why it is disabled, erase all the fourth code, then see if there is any other calibration that I can do. So moment of truth now. Yeah, now the vehicle runs and everything is okay. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. This was a nightmare for me. So now the vehicle is running. I have to check if the battery voltage is charging, and you can see I'm having 14 volts, which means now the battery is charging. So I came here to program the hybrid alternator, so I replaced it for the client. So this is the new thing that we bought, the e-top. So after replacing it, that's where the issue came in. So now it is charging and everything is working perfectly. So what I'll do is I'll fix everything back, erase all the fourth code, and call it a fix. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So now after erasing all the fourth code, you can see all the lights are gone. So I only have these fourth codes, which because the radio is off, so that one there. So now everything is set and done. So let me go and it starts, and you can see the battery voltage here is raising up, which tells me that the battery is charging. So I'll let the client drive it for a while so that it charges the hybrid battery. So yesterday we were able to see the calibration number, which I changed or which I updated, whilst it was reporting not updated because I flashed it. It went off and I flashed it with a virgin file, which allowed me to program the flash. Then after programming the flash, the EEPROM, I didn't touch it because this car is the car's control board which got damaged during flashing process, so I didn't need to flash the EEPROM. It is the flash that is faulty. So after fixing the flash, that's why we got the VIN numbers in it intact. So now that we have the VIN number and everything, so this is the calibration, this is the latest calibration number. And apart from the tire pressure, all the lights are gone, so we'll check water and everything and make sure everything is okay. So the mileage too is down here, so that one I'll not do anything about it. So I call it a fix. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. This is my worst nightmare. After programming the hybrid unit, I needed to update the PCM and the internet went off and the PCM also went off, and that was all I could say, because the hybrid unit, so the name of the hybrid unit is hybrid control processor. That's the unit that I program, and trying to update the drivetrain so that they match. That's where I got the headache. So with mine, I have the secure gateway because I'm using auto auth to do to log into it. So anytime I connect to it, it logs into it successfully, and I don't need any bypass cable. So if you can see, I don't need any bypass cable to do it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.